So now the other center which we have here is very important center called as the Vishuddhi Chakra. This is the center V Shuddha. One is Shuddha means pure, but V Shuddha means absolutely pure. This has got 16 petals, as we have got the cervical plexus expressed in the gross, which has also got 16 subplexuses. It tallies with medical science completely. Now, this Vishuddhi Chakra is bestowed upon by the deity of Sri Krishna. Sri Krishna is the one which is the evolution of the Vishnu Tattva from there upward to the state of primordial being. He is the one who resides as the primordial being, as the whole, as Akbar. When Muhammad Sahib talked of Akbar, he talked of Sri Krishna. This is the finger which represents this center. And he said, put these into your ears and say Allahu Akbar, you get in connection with the Virat. Now what Sahaja Yoga does is to make you in contact with the whole. It makes you in contact with the whole. It's not that it limits you, but it makes you one with the whole. So one must understand that what you have to achieve in your realization is just not talk of Sri Krishna, just thinking, singing about, which is absurd. People don't understand that in Oxford Street we find people with all these nonsensical things going on, begging, asking for alms. I feel it's such an insult to Sri Krishna that people in his name are begging. But it's done in all religious movements that people beg in the name of God. There is no need to beg. First you equip yourself with the blessings of God, then there is no need for you to beg at all. And begging is against God's realization, against self-realization. You must have self-esteem. That's one thing very important. If you do not have self-esteem, you cannot get realization. Why should you go on the streets and beg is absolutely absurd. It's a showing off thing, which is of no use to yourself. By doing this, you are really corrupting the name of Sri Krishna. But if you take to the right path, if this center is awakened, your hands become connected with the primordial being, and your hands become collectively conscious. Medically, they accept that the extremities have got something to do with the sympathetic nervous system, that far, not more than that. But in Sahaja Yoga, you'll be amazed that the vibration starts flowing through your hand when you take the name of Sri Krishna. And these vibrations, when you want to find out what are these, then you'll be amazed they relate to your centers within yourself. Even if you get 10 children who are realized souls and tie their eyes and ask them about a person who is sitting before them, what's wrong with him, they will say one finger or this finger or this finger or two fingers. Because you can feel the charring. You can feel sometimes a kind of a heat. Sometimes you may feel the numbness. If you feel the numbness on your fingers, then you must know that the person has to die. So many things you can know, all the permutations of these 7 centers and this one, 1, 5, and 6 and 7. So we have 7 centers. To understand about the centers, first you must get your realization. That is important. In the beginning, you will find the vibrations are coming, going, coming, going. It is not steady. First, you must steady yourself. Then you can find out from your hands what are the centers catching. Because these vibrations are nothing but the power of God is flowing through you. They understand these vibrations, they coordinate. They are life's force. They are the one who create all these living things, like they are the one who sprout a seed, they are the one who transform the flower into a fruit. All living work is done by these vibrations, which is called as Chaitanya, Om, Ru, cool breeze of the Holy Ghost, and all-pervading power of God. That starts flowing through you. First time you feel them. Yesterday many people felt it, and people were very happy that so many felt it, because that's a sign that here many people are going to get realization. You don't have to go anybody. You have to just practice a little bit and find out. You'll become such an expert. One person in India who got realization has so far given realization to at least 10,000 people in a village, many villages. He's a very ordinary man. We wanted him to come, but there was a kind of a visa problem, so he could not come. He's a very simple farmer, and he got his realization, and he knows so much about Sahaja Yoga that you'll be amazed. He has not been to any university, to any college or anything. But he's so knowledgeable, because once you have these vibrations, they guide you. So, the spirit sitting in your heart guides you and tells you what is right and what is wrong. If you have to ask a question, Mother, is there God? If you ask this question, immediately there will be a tremendous flow saying that it is there. Now, how to understand that these are the vibrations of God? Also, this question can come. We can judge them relatively. For example, in one of the programs in Pune, people invited me to speak in a place which was owned by Brahmins, and they opposed it. They said, she's not a Brahmin, so we will not have her here. So they said, all right, we'll publish in the newspaper because her name has gone in the newspaper. We'll tell them that these people are so Brahminic that they don't want to have her. Of course, they didn't want to have that bad name. So they said, all right, let's have her. These people never told me what had happened. Suddenly I said, those who think who are Brahmins, come down. So 4 or 5 of them came and sat before me. These are Brahmins without knowing the Brahma. So I said, all right, put your hands before me. And they just started shaking like this, going back. I said, what's happening to you? So they said, Mother, you are Shakti, that's why it is happening to me, to us. But I said, what about others? It's not happening to others. So they turned around and said, look at these, they are also doing like this. I said, ask them from where do they come. They went and asked them, they said, we are coming from the lunatic asylum of Thana. So these fanatics who believed that they were Brahmin were reacting the same way as these lunatics. And they believed that they were Brahmins, they were not supposed to touch anybody, they were untouchables people, and they were, the one who gave them realization was from so-called untouchable, a shoemaker. Now he's become their guru of all these Brahmins, and he's teaching them about God. So this center gives you the power to be one with the whole. It has many powers, but the main power it gives you is the power to be one with the whole and to have all the powers of that deity within you awakened so that you can become aware and make others also aware of it. Those people who talk too much, catch on the right vision. Those who do not talk at all, catch on the left. Those who feel guilty, catch on the left. Those who think they are all right and aggressive, they catch on the right. It's like that. So this has to be understood in right perspective. That if you misuse this center, what happens to you? So how you should give yourself a balance to improve that. But the best part of Sahaja Yoga is this, that when you get them realization, they are separated from themselves. They'll come and tell me, Mother, my Agya Chakra is catching. So if you ask them, really? Yes, Mother, very much. That means they are suffering from too much ego. But can you imagine anybody saying, Mother, I'm suffering from too much ego? Because you're separated from yourself, you see your ego, the big balloonic-like thing. You said, Mother, please remove my ego. That is how people talk to me. They will tell me, Mother, I talk too much, that's why my right Vishuddhi is catching, you better cure it. I must stop my talking too much. So you start correcting yourself because you get separated from yourself. You become the spirit and the rest you see. Like I see my sari, if there's a spot, I would like to clean it. I'm not identified with the spot. So that's how it happens. You are no more identified with yourself and you start seeing the faults in you and you try to correct it. That's how you become a beautiful person by your own attention. not by anybody else. It is you who has to do it.